Welcome everybody back to my YouTube channel SBWL, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make your own homemade cider. Now what's crazy about this recipe or this formula that it's super simple, anybody can do it. I've been doing it for the past 4 months and it's a bestseller in my opinion in the people around my area. They love drinking this because we have a lockdown, so there's no alcohol anymore, so we gotta find out other ways to get inebriated with libations. So a formula is simple. We're going to be making the cider out of apples, brown sugar, we're going to use lager tea, cinnamon, and lemon. I'm using all of those for like the flavors of the beer and everything like that, or cider. And all the alcohols are going to come from basically just the sugar and the yeast, and everything else is just for you to drink. So what are you going to need first? First, you're going to have to cut up 12 apples. Mixed apples, doesn't matter where you get them, you know, brown apples, red apples, green apples, whatever, but we just need 12 of them. And what you want to do is just to chop it up into little pieces. So you can even use the stem and the seeds and all that kind of stuff. It's really good for the brew. Before I forget, what you guys really also need to do is to sanitize everything that your brew gets in contact with. So your pots, you gotta sanitize. Your vessels and all that kind of stuff, you definitely need to sanitize. Make sure it's clean. Use bleach if you got to, because you want to make it easy for your brew to live in. So anyway, let's cut up these apples. That's 3 apples right now. So I'm kind of mixing them together. A little red, a little green. Nothing too crazy. 9, 10, 11, and 12. These ones I'm going to use for the next batch that I'm going to do probably next week. Do you have any idea of how this thing tastes like? Kind of tastes like Hunter's a little bit, you know. How the people told me the flavor, a little bit like a Hunter's Gold, Hunter's Dry, depending on how long you want to leave it in, or how long you want to make the alcohol in. Me, personally, I'm trying to aim for a like 10% beer. I've been telling people all this, like ever since I read about snake venom, which is like a beer that's made at 16%. Oh, my mother's also over here. If you want to come join, me? What? On the YouTube channel. I'm making a channel teaching the people at home how to make my beer. So as I was saying, I was trying to make a beer that's like a 16%, 10% simply because of like snake venom, which is like a German beer. And you know how Germans are, they like making their beer hella strong. So that's what I'm also trying to make. You know, 1-2 glasses of stuff and you will be properly set up. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put in some boiling water in here, but we can do that later. We'll put this on the side. Unfortunately, I don't have electricity in my house, so I'm gonna have to put this outside. Now, the arguably most important part is getting your sugars and everything inside. So this is an old bucket that I bought outside. I sanitized it inside. It's pure white. Don't worry about the paint and everything on the outside. As long as what's going inside there is cool. So now we're going to use exactly 4 kgs of sugar to put inside here to make 20 kgs of beer or cider or wine, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just going to pour all of that in. A little tip for you guys is that to use lemon juice to help break down the sugar. I'm also using brown sugar just because I want the color and the taste to come out a little bit different. So use brown sugar, and brown sugar is cheaper than normal sugar. Oh yeah, that's sweet stuff. It's already even smelling a little tarty. I'm kind of liking it. Then you get some just lemon juice from your local supermarket, Spar or whatever, and then just pour it all in here. Not all of it. I'm gonna. The second one I'm gonna use for my later batch, just to get it over there. I'm gonna put in all the water, and once we get electricity back, I'm gonna show you how everything looks like together. So I'll check you guys now. Now I'm gonna just let the apples cook in here for about an hour. Like I said, we have no electricity, so you gotta use a stove outside, but you can work with anything. It'll come back in after an hour or so.